good, y'all? It's your boy Young T coming back with Young T's Kicks. And if you're new to the channel, pull up a seat, man. I got a nice little story time for y'all today. So, for this story time today, we're gonna talk about my first date. Now, for some of these people that are about to be named, some of their names will be changed, some won't, because they're not really that important to the story. So for the two girls, the boyfriend, all that good stuff, their names will be changed. Now, I'm still cool with like one or two of the people, and then the other people, maybe not. But for the sake of this video, and for everybody that's involved with this video, we gonna disclose names. Now, before we get to it, I want to give a little bit of background into the situation. So, let's call this first girl Sarah, right? So Sarah dated my friend Nissan, and they broke up. I ended up finding her Instagram or something. She followed me. She added me on Snap. We talked. We were cool. I liked her, but she always made excuses on why we weren't gonna date, and it should be this, it should be that, it should be this, it should be that. And my friend Quentin, I've known that boy since pretty much since like birth. So like he's always been my homie. So we all go to different schools. So Quentin is at Hobart with Sarah, and Quentin would call me up, text me, he'd be like, "Hey bro, just watch your back. She out here doing this, she out here doing that." I'm like, "Alright bro, appreciate it." So long story short, I want to say beginning of sophomore year, I think I was working an open house for my school, and I got a text from Sarah, and she was like, "Hey, do you know any guys that are single, that are decent, that I could set up with my friends? I got some boys, but like most of them taken. Like, it is what it is." And she was like, "Oh dang, thank you though." I was like, "Well, what's up with your friend McKenzie, bro? Like, is she cute? Like, what's going on?" And then she sent me some pictures. I'm like, "Dang, bro, she bad. Like, she decent." And then I'm like, I'll talk to her. I was like, "Let me get her snap. Let me get her number." So she talked to her friend McKenzie. She gave me her snap, her number, and I started talking to McKenzie. Now, let's see. We talking. It's like a month. So into it, something like that. I don't know. And need be known, although Sarah had a boyfriend, and she was dating Kevin. I never met Kevin, and she was always telling me like, "Just wait, it's gonna be our time, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that." And she was like, this was around Thanksgiving time, my sophomore year. So
as you can imagine, me and McKenzie
been talking for quite a while. Cause school started, I think it was like during the open house when I first started talking to Mary. So like, let's just say September, October, something like that. So like a month, 2 months, whatever. So she's texting me. Sarah's texting me, talking about how she loves me. She does this, she does that. She can't wait till we hang. This, that. Meanwhile, she dating Kevin. Now, her and Kevin weren't dating that long at the time. They're 2 years strong, by the way. So support to y'all, man. Y'all definitely deserve it. I don't wish nothing bad on my exes. Never. But so they just started dating, and I'm talking to my friend Sydney. Now Sydney, she was a junior at the time. She's in college now, because I'm a senior. And she had a friend that was in my grade. I think his name was like Hayden or something. I don't know. I don't really remember his name. Never talked to the kid. But so I'm sitting there, and every time Sarah's texting me, telling me this, telling me that, I'm screenshotting the messages, right? And I'm sending them to Sydney. and then Sydney talking to me, giving me advice and all that good stuff. And then I didn't know that she was with Hayden at the time, and Hayden saw the messages. So then the next day at school, Hayden walked up to Kevin, and then Hayden was telling Kevin how Sarah said this and Sarah said that, and Sarah wanted to be with me, and this and that and this and that. And then Sarah texted me, and she was crying, and she was like so ticked off because, long story short, bro, her reign of terror had come to an end because her boyfriend found out what she was texting me, and it was just like she was just mad. So she didn't talk to me for a few weeks, and when she did talk to me, she apologized and said that she felt bad. But while all this happened, your boy was still talking to McKenzie. Now, McKenzie wasn't at school that day. So a little background on McKenzie. So she was a cheerleader. I mean, she was really beautiful in my opinion. She was beautiful. And like, I really liked her. Like, I liked Sarah. I wanted to be with Sarah. But then after talking to McKenzie, I was like, man, McKenzie, she's something different. So yeah, that happened. So then I'm talking to one of my teachers, Senora Grove. Now, Senora Grove, if any of y'all go to my school and y'all have Senora Grove, y'all know how awesome of a teacher she is. You can talk to her about anything and everything. She's always going to be there for you. She's always there to give you the best advice that she can. And she was just, overall, she was a great teacher. So I was talking to her about the whole situation. And then I was like, I don't know what to do to her. I'm like, I really like McKenzie, and I want to be with McKenzie, but I feel like once you find out what happened with Sarah, which is her best friend, she's not gonna want to do nothing no more. She's not gonna want to talk to me. And then I was just like, dang. So now I'm talking to McKenzie.
Check it.
And then me and Senor Bro, we decided that the best thing to happen would be for me to tell her what happened at her school that day, instead of her going to school and then finding out from a whole bunch of other people. Just like, to be honest, just let the air out, let the room, open the room, all that stuff. So then I did that, and she was like, yeah, I heard what happened. And I was like, I'm really sorry. And then she was like, as long as you like me and only me, it's all good. But then I was like, yeah, of course, like, I only like you, just you. And then that was all cool. Now, this is a big factor of the story, because so I think sophomore year was definitely the time where I was starting to realize that the color of my skin matters a whole lot more to a lot of people, because her dad did not want her dating a black guy. So Mackenzie's dad, like, he did not want her dating a black guy. And the obstacles I had to jump through to try to make that happen, it was just insane. So on to the date. So we're talking, and then she tells me about her dad and how her dad doesn't want her dating a black guy, and I'm like, hey, that sucks. Like, we still talking, we still cool. And then I was like, I'm just gonna have to get your dad and change that. I'm like, I'm not gonna pass something up just because somebody doesn't like me. Like, I'm more mature than that. And so she ended up talking to her dad, and we ended up getting a date. So for this date, we went to the Steak and Shake in Maryville, and it was, so like, driving there, it was her and her dad, and it was me, my mom, and my 3 siblings. So my 2 sisters and my brother. And when we got there, we sat at the table, and then they set my mom and my siblings right next to us. And my dad, he wasn't there because he had work. So we're sitting there, and I'm sitting across from Mackenzie's dad. So, like, I'm right here. Mackenzie's dad is, like, where the camera is right now. And then next to the camera on the other side, was like right there, that's where McKenzie was. So I think I had like a bacon, I think I had like a bacon burger, fries, sweet tea, and she had like, I can't remember if she had a grilled cheese or tender or something like that. And like, I was nervous, bro. Like, I was dumb nervous. I was sweating so bad, dude. Like, I was so nervous because I was like, no matter what happens today, I need to make her dad like me. So like, I'm answering all his questions to the best of my ability. I'm telling him about my goals in life, how I want to go to law school, get my JD, how football is going for me, and all that good stuff. And like, that was just that. So that ended up happening. So now, so after the lunch, whatever you want to call it, after the date, the bill comes. So like me and her dad, like, we stared at each other. So I reached in my pocket, I grabbed my wallet out, and he said, "I got it." I said, "No, I got it." He was like, "No, it's okay, Charles. I got it." I was like, "No, sir, it's okay. I got it. I can pay for it." And then he was like, "No, I got it." And then after that, I was just like, "All right, fine." I was like, "You sure? Cool." I put my wallet back in my pocket. It's like, I'm not gonna argue with her dad the whole time about who finna pay for this meal because like, I'm not gonna argue. If you want to pay for it, then go ahead. You can pay for it. You want to feel mighty, strong, whatever, go ahead. Like, I just got paid yesterday. I can pay for the bill. But if you want to pay for it, you can pay for it. So when he paid for it, he ended up paying for my mom and my siblings' bill too. So he paid for that, and that was that. So then we leave. We're talking. I'm talking to McKenzie, and then McKenzie says, she was like, "I'm really sorry. Like, I just didn't feel it." And then she was like, "I don't know if it was just because you were nervous and my dad was there, or what happened, but like, I don't know, I just didn't feel it." I was like, "Dang." I was like, maybe we should get another date or something. Cause then like after the first one, her dad kind of like understood that I'm a different breed. Like, it's young P, but like, I'm a completely different breed. So like, after that, he started to like me more, and that was just that. So then we ended up getting another date. We went to the movies in Portage, and I think we saw, what did we see? I think it was Deadpool. At the time, she was in a cast because she like hurt her wrist or her hand or something. So like, yeah, we went to the movies, and I ain't gonna count. I felt bad, bro, because this was the first time where I knew what I was supposed to do, but your boy failed. Your boy did not do it. I had like, what did I have? I had like $15 in my bank account at the time, bro. Like, I ain't saying I was broke, but I had got my mom some. I paid for my Apple Music, my Netflix, my Hulu, all that good stuff. So I ain't had that much money, and I was kind of mad because I didn't pay for her ticket and I didn't pay for her food. And if you know me, you know I'm the type of guy that's like, if I'm finna go on a date with you or we finna spend some time together, like, I'm finna pay for your meal, I'm finna pay for your ticket, I'm finna pay for that because that's just how it's raised. But at the time, I ain't had the money for it, so then I was just, overall, I was mad that whole night. So I was like, dang, I was like, what if this happened? And I mean, of course it did happen, and I don't think it was because of the ticket and all of that stuff, but I mean, who knows? But so that happened, and I mean, I felt like it went good, but obviously a lot of stuff went down behind the scenes that just didn't go good. So like, I legit, I don't even know what really went down, but it seemed like a great time to me. We were talking, and then what really made me feel like it was going good is after the movie, we was walking around, we was talking, we sat on a little couch, talked to each other, and she was telling me about her sister, this and that, and then we walked outside, and then my mom was there, so then I'm talking to my mom, and she's with me, and then I was like, well, Kenzie's mom isn't here right now, so like, can I just wait? Can I wait with her? And my mom was like, yeah, cool. So then we're waiting. We go back inside, and then this guy, he holds the door for us, and I'm like, you go. No, so like we're at this guy opens the door, and I'm holding it, and then I'm like, you go in, and she's like, no, I want to hold it. You go in first. I'm like, no, you go in first. And then the guy, he opens the door. He was like, how about this? You two seem like a nice couple. How about you both go in and I hold the door? Then we look at each other. We're like, all right, cool. And then that was just that. So then her mom came. I opened the door for her, met her mom, said hi to her mom. Thanked her mom for driving her. Said I had a great time. And I closed the door after her. It said, see you next time, or whatever. Then as I'm texting her, as we're getting back home, she's like, I'm sorry, I just didn't feel anything. And thinking to me, I'm like, dang, bro. I was like, so like me, the second she said that, I was like, dang. I was like, I knew I should have paid for the ticket. I knew I should have paid for the food. I knew I should have did this. I knew I should have. I'm just like doubting myself. Like, I'm just like, dang. Like, I felt so bad, bro. Like, I was just so upset with myself at the time. But I'm like, there's so many things that I probably could have done better that I just didn't do. And after that, it was whatever. Like, yeah. So we didn't talk, like, we were friends for a minute, and then I, I had to do some soul searching. So what happened was, I ended up dropping, I ended up needing to do some soul searching, and this was back when I was still doing music. So I ended up dropping my song Back Now, and I'll put the link below. You can go check it out, bro. It is on SoundCloud. I haven't dropped the song in forever, but I ended up dropping a song called Back Now, and I talked about Sarah and McKenzie, and it was like MD because her first and last initials, and like I ended up doing that. And in the song, I said block them both on the snap. So like as you can tell from the lyrics, like I blocked them both on the snap. I was like, I'm done with this. I need to find myself because you two put me through so many strings and hurt me, and there was a lot of stuff that was going down behind the scenes, and it just wasn't feeling right. So I blocked them both on the snap, and junior came, and me and Sarah, we were still cool. We started talking more. I got to know Kevin. Kevin was cool. Me and Kevin still cool to this day. And Mackenzie, on the other hand, I I texted her on iMessage before I said, and like just like in my song, I was like, I sent her a text, said hi, dot dot dot, still no reply. So like at that point, I was just like, fine, all right, it's whatever. But then I got a new number, so then I texted her again. I was like, hey. And she was like, who is this? I was like, this is Charles. Can I talk to you for a minute? So then like, so then at that time she was like talking to two guys. She asked the guy to her homecoming, this and that, this and that. And I mean, behind the scenes, I was trying to, I was trying to get back with her. I ain't even finna cap. But that happened, and I mean, yeah, this video is like 20 minutes right now, so I'm gonna stop it right here. But like for part two because I got a whole part two about this whole situation, this whole story. So go ahead, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Be part of the Young P Notice Club. Kiss your gang, shine on the strong, stay blessed, love your loved ones, love your mom. It's your boy MP. This is Young P Kicks, and I'm out.